can't cook in flaxseed oil, but you can always take the seeds and you can use it in various preparations at home. And mufa is another kind of fatty acid which is good for us. So olive oil, mustard oil, groundnut and rice bran are mufa rich oils. So you can just remember which are those mufa rich oils and which have omega 3, because omega 6 most oils will have omega, all the seed oils that I talked about. Now these have come under the fire and people are saying they are too polyunsaturated and they cause rapid oxidation, but we still need them, but the ratio needs to be right. So how do you combine them? Combining means you can use one for your breakfast, one for your lunch. That way you can combine it. So if you have, say, groundnut oil, you can have sesame oil, you can have the other oil as mustard. If you have a groundnut oil, the other oil can be soya. Because if you remember in the earlier table, I showed you that these are the three oils which have omega 3. So we have another combination of linoleic acid and linoleic acid. So you can have either olive oil with sunflower oil, or one of these combinations gives you the right fit for fatty acids. Of course, you are going to take the right combination, but storing of oil, because there are 3 villains that are written for oils which need to be sort of kept away: heat, light, and air. So you need to store oils properly. You want to make sure that they don't become rancid, there is no oxidation. So, and also make sure when you store oil, really care about that. But access to air will cause oxidation, so keep the lid tight and store it in a cool, dry place. So which are the little things that matter with fats and oils? Don't store it near light where there is a windowsill. Don't store it close to your stove where there is heat. And always when we fry, we love frying food. So it's okay to fry, but don't keep this fried oil with all the particles, food particles. Don't store it directly. You must strain it to remove the food particles and then store it. And don't mix fresh oil into it. Sometimes people think it becomes fresh when you add some fresh oil to it. That is not the right technique. That spoils the entire oil batch. And also make sure that once you filter it, keep it, use it quickly in a day or so, just for low heat sorting foods or some kind of cooking process which is not very high temperature. So try and use that. Do not use it for frying again. That will not be a good strategy. So I just gave you a little snapshot of the different components, the macronutrients. So what is the foundation for a healthy diet? It's moderation and variety and balance. Sometimes people say that they eat the same vegetable which they think in their mind is healthy and they eat it every day. So that's not something that it may be a healthy vegetable, but you need to have variety in your diet, and I'll come to that shortly. And balance of nutrients. So there are people who want to give up carbs and say that we are on a no carb diet. Carbohydrates are also important, but the kind of carbohydrates that we eat are important. So balance of nutrients is important. And we know that even micronutrients, the balance is important. Sometimes we like to take many supplements without really thinking why we are taking it. Sometimes we take combination of micronutrients, and we know all of them interact. And say supposing you are taking zinc and iron supplements or calcium and zinc, there is interaction and you may not get the right kind of absorption if you don't balance your diet and you take supplements without the real need for it. I just want to say something about 80% rule. 80% rule is the rule where you eat till you are 80% full and do not overeat. So when you feel when you're eating, you feel that हाँ एक और bread की slice ले सकते हैं. Another 80% rule which might help you is something that you do on the everyday. When 80% of the time you eat healthy, I know